Hello YouTube. My name is Mel from Mel's Paper Mix. I'm a cash stuffing and budgeting channel here on YouTube, and today I wanted to share my budget for April because this is going to be kind of an exciting one. Because if you haven't seen my channel, I recently just paid off my car loan. I've been working on it for about 3 years, and I can happily say now that a 2014 Toyota Corolla is all mine. Her name is Claudia. And I'm kind of taking April to kind of celebrate, meaning that for April, I am going to give myself a little bit more spending money in terms of sinking funds and in my car savings and my travel and such, and give myself April to kind of quote spend and have fun with some of my money, give my envelopes a bit of a boost. And then for May, I am going to start attacking my next major debt, which would be one of my student loans. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I have my little Smeeski up here to cheer me on. Let's zoom in. And if you're interested in a template like this, I do have a Google link linked in my description, and in there you can see a few different formats of my budget sheets. I have a digital one as well as a printable one. So check that out if you're interested. I also have savings challenges, and also if you're a budgeting channel, please let me know so that I can check out your channel and hopefully others can check out your channel as well. I have charts at the very top. They will be filling in as I fill in my numbers. This will be my budget chart, my actual chart, and then I have one to compare the two, and then I have my summary tables off to the side. So let's go ahead and get started. For my pay, I get paid twice a month, every single month, and I get paid $2,415 every 2 weeks. I'm a salaried engineer. I've been doing this for about 2.5, almost 3 years now. And I also have $100 coming in from my high yield savings account. I withdraw from my high yield whenever I reach my $100 interval, and I am doing that or meeting that in April. So I'm going to be allocating that $100 towards somewhere else. But I will say my two pays are after taxes. I don't have any health insurance yet because I'm still on my parents' health insurance. I do contribute 7% towards my retirement as well. And I'm pretty sure, yes, that is everything. Okay, so when it comes to my digital bills, I do cash stuff. However, I do not cash stuff this on camera because this is I think it can be very mundane. And I do this with digital bills because I keep this all in cash. My rent is $17.30. This includes my rent, parking, insurance, and some utilities. Electric, I estimate $50 a month. Internet is $39, but I round it to $40. My phone, I pay my parents $60. My car loan line is gone, so very happy about that. So student loans gets its normal $425, and since I have paid off my lovely car Claudia, I'm going to take the money that normally goes to her. I'm going to take a little more than the minimum, old minimum monthly payment, and put it towards an extra payment towards one of my student loans. So that will be $405. I'll explain a little bit more about my strategy for my car, or sorry, for my student loans in my March budget closeout, or in my I'm trying to remember, in my Q1 goals review. So I'll kind of explain my next steps. Okay, and then for my bills buffer, I'm gonna give it $60 because I did pull some money from my bills buffer to kind of pay off my car loan, but that's totally fine because this is a healthy, bills buffer has a healthy amount. Groceries gets $50 every single week, so that's $200. Gas gets $25 every week, that is $100. Eating out and spending both get $30 every single week. So for daily cash, I spend $540 for April. I will also say that April is only a 4 cash stuff, like there will be 4 weeks, so there will be 4 cash stuffings for April. I know for May that will be 5 weeks, and I determine how many cash stuffings there will be based on how many Saturdays there are, because I shop on Saturdays and I want to make sure that I have cash in that envelope whenever I do it. So, moving on to long-term savings, my emergency fund is fully funded for 3 months at $10,000. Medical is at $120,000. My future pet, this is a low priority, but I still want to contribute $5 a week, so that'll be $20. Travel is going to get $140. This is going to get a boost. I don't normally put this much in there. Tech will be getting 40. Future will be getting 40 as well, and then extra week and buffer is getting 0 because I put my rollover money from daily cash into there. So for my long-term savings, I have $360, which is, if I scooch over, 7%. So very nice. For my monthly expenses, fitness and wellness has $0 because it has $300 in there. And then memberships is going to get a 20. Okay. For my retirement, this one's a really exciting one because for my retirement, I am going to increase this. April is the start of quarter 2, and for quarter 1, I put $40 every week towards my Roth IRA. Now it's quarter 2. Initially, at the beginning of the year, I wanted to increase by $5, but I kind of want to increase by $10 this month. And then since I'm kind of celebrating Claudia, I want to celebrate with my retirement as well. So I'm going to put $55 a week towards my Roth IRA. So 55 times 4 is 120. And then for my brokerage, I used to put $30 a week. Now I'm going to bump it up to $45 a week. Sorry, it used to get 30. Sorry, no. Yes, it used to get $30. Now it's going to be bumped to 45. So this is really exciting because I did not expect to have this much of a jump, but I also didn't expect to pay my car off this early. So I'm just really excited. Okay, now for my short-term savings. For my sinking funds, or actually I'm going to start here. My challenge money. Hold on. Sorry, I just had to sneeze and I did not want y'all to hear that. Okay, challenges is going to get $40. This is money for my savings challenges, and I don't put a ton of money every single month. I'm still debating on whether to keep it in my budget, but I'm going to put $40 towards it, and I will play games at the end of the month. Moving is already fully funded, so nothing is in there. I'm left over with $840 up here. So all these categories need to total to 480 because I like to have every dollar assigned to a job. So 0 in moving. Planned and budgeted travel is not getting anything because I don't have any planned or budgeted travel plans. And then my friend's wedding, S&N, they will be getting $100. I'm getting close to fully funding it, so that is really nice. And then I have 140 minus 480. Oh, sorry, my car, Claudia. She usually got 220. I'm going to increase that to 260. And we should be left with $440 left over to go towards my sinking fund. So that will be $110 every single week. So I'm left with $0 left to budget. Let's go check my summary tables. I have $49.30 coming in. All of it is being allocated somewhere. A lot of it is still going to my digital bills, but it has now dropped to 56%. I think it used to be 60% the last quarter, but that's because I'm focused very heavily on paying off my car, Claudia, and I did, which is awesome. I'm very proud of myself. I spent about 11% for my groceries, gas, eating out, and spending, 7.3 towards long-term savings, less than 0.5% for monthly expenses. I have 8.1% of my income now going towards my retirement, which is awesome because I believe before it was only at 6%. And in total, so I have my 8.1% that I contribute based on this budget. And then remember, I mentioned I have 7% that I contribute before I even get my paycheck. So 8.1 plus 7. And then my company matches 3.5. So in total, I have 18.6% of my income going towards my retirement, which is so awesome because I know a good goal is to put 25% towards retirement, and I feel like I am making really good progress. So that is my screenshot for the month of April. Here's my little pie chart. Looking very nice. And then finally, we will zoom over to my sinking funds. This is where I am starting. I am expecting gifts to go down because I have a birthday, and I think toiletries will be going down as well. And maybe I think gifts and toiletries are going to be the ones that I expect to be going down because I will be making some purchases in the month of April. Ooh, yes, I only track my sinking funds here for now. So that is it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. But please know that I am just a random woman, a random girl on the internet sharing my numbers. I'm not a professional, so please don't take my numbers and my budget as advice. This is just something that I do and I like to share to show people how people just budget their money. So if you have any questions, please let me know. But if you have like professional questions, please reach out to an actual certified professional and not just a silly random woman on the internet. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you in my next video, in my next cash stuffings. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.